Hello and welcome. This is my psychology optional class. I am Arun Kumar. Psychology has been evolving throughout the year, decades. You know this thing that in 1879, William Wundt, who is credited as father of psychology, established first psychological laboratory at Leipzig, Germany. And before that, there was psychology, but it was the part of philosophy. So, 1879, you can say, is the formal establishment of psychology as a discipline. And throughout the year, it is evolving. So, how is psychology in 21st century or in the contemporary time? What are the trends that are developing in psychology? That is very important things, because what was psychology in 1879, what was the trend that time, and what are the trends in recent time are different. So in civil service, UPSC Civil Service Examination, this topic has been given, recent trends, in unit 1 also. So I am going to tell you briefly what are the recent trends in 21st century, or you can say in contemporary time. In whatever way the question is framed, the answer will be same. Okay, so let's start. See, if I look at here, suppose we take psychology. So this is psychology as a discipline. Now our focus is here not to what is psychology and all these things. This is obvious thing. But here I can write that trend in the modern time. Modern time here means current time, or you can take 21st century. What are the trends in psychology? Means here when we talk about trends, what things comes in mind? Question is this thing, that what we study, how, this is very important thing, that where we focus upon, whether psychology is focusing on the same thing. For example, psychology is the science of behavior and mental processes, but in the same thing, where we focus upon more. And second thing is that how, means what changes are there in methodology. Psychology adopts scientific method, but you know this thing, that psychology is not a science like physics and chemistry. It requires experimental method along with other method. Then only we can study the psychology and mental processes completely. You know, we have already discussed about this thing in the another lecture. So, so here we talk about the how. So trends, many people do not understand that what is the meaning of trends. I mean, trend is not trending, yes, you can use the analogy when you say that what kind of design in jeans is in trend. Okay, so this type, bell button type, and then narrow jeans. When you say this thing, actually in the same way, in the modern time, what is the trend going on? We will discuss about that. So you should know about this thing, the meaning of trends. Then you will be able to discern it. Now, I'm just going to pinpoint that thing, that what trends are there in psychology. Psychology is evolving, remember this thing. It is not a static thing. It has been like other science, other knowledge, it is evolving over the time. So when you say that in modern time, it is not a single year, that in 2024, 2025, 2030, not like that. It is in modern time. It is, they say that 21st century, that is why I have added. So these two things are very important things. Getting what we study and how we study. Is there any change? So what change are there? You need to specify. Then it will be called change. Now here, when we talk about what, here we can take two things. That what we study. One is what and second is how. Jointly you can also discuss this. Okay. Psychology, I believe that you understand everything. Where what is the basic definition of psychology, then only you will be able to understand. Okay. So if you don't understand what is mean by mental processes, what is the difference between philosophical reality and physical reality, so then you will not be able to understand all these things. Get it? So psychology, now we study, we focus upon thing that see, go in 1905, where was the focus? That behavior, explicit behavior, observable and measurable behavior. But here also things are there, but now we see this thing that one focus is on neuroscience. And its collaboration with computer science. So neuroscience and computer science. Neuroscience, you know this thing, study of nervous system, scientific study of nervous system. For example, how our brain system influence our behavior. Likewise, how our neurological functioning influences problem solving behavior. For example, one person required to think over holistically, something holistically. There are two pattern of thinking: detailed thinking locally and overall thinking holistically. Some people may find difficulty. For example, then what is this is called, this is mental processes. It is emphasizing mental processes. If some problem is there in mental processes, then what is corresponding problem in neuroscience here? What is the problem? They try to understand it, and for that matter they collaborate. So we see very clear-cut things that there is growing emphasis over neuropsychology, and the neuroscience collaborate with computer science to answer many of the questions. So we will find that neuroscience, neuropsychology, an emerging field is there. And I hope you are aware of that. What do you mean by computer science? When you say computer science, it tells you that how things work in the computer way. Mean to say that when you solve problem, then you have designed, although humans have designed the computer, now it is evolved in a way that it is also giving insight that how computer works to human intellect. So now you will find that another important area, that is the study of AI. It is also related to computer science. AI, the artificial intelligence. So is it connected with computer science? Well, yes. AI and human behavior, impact of human behavior from mental processes, particularly mental processes. How, to what extent artificial intelligence, for example, you also solve problem, I also solve problem. So to what extent it can supplement and complement our performance? In what way? For example, I can make diagnosis of mental disorder. Okay. Psychiatrist can also make diagnosis of psychological disorder. Suppose be both psychologist and psychiatrist combined and make diagnosis of, it will be better? Yes. Now AI says that both of you are committing some human error. So it is further refining the diagnosis. What is the biases and error you are carrying with you? So AI is working in collaboration with human, have started working like that, like neuro and computer. it has started working with this thing. Human mind, they call it natural intelligence in conjunction with artificial intelligence. Getting? And you know this thing that this is one of the important area of research in 21st century. In 21st century, it is one of the important area. Now, third thing is you can say, and so I am putting more emphasis over these things. There are several examples you can explore. Why we study AI in psychology. Artificial intelligence is a technical thing, but how, for example, the algorithm that we have generated to diagnose something, okay, mental disorders. In the last video or classes, I discussed that how AI camera is capable to catch or detect the some human tendencies. When you see, I have given this example, that when you see some camera on road, speed detecting camera, then you slow down. Now we have another camera, the two cameras, that this stretch is suppose 100 kilometer and speed limit is 60, and then there are two camera, entry or exit point, how much time you have taken, and then camera adjusts the speed, average speed, and then you will be given challan. Suppose if you cross the stretch in lesser time. Getting? I have already given such example. So see how AI is working with human behavior in order to control human behavior, in order to facilitate human behavior. Drivers' behavior are being controlled by this one. So this is also that to what extent artificial intelligence can be collaborated with human intellect and human behavior. In 4 goals of psychology are there: in describing, explaining, predicting, and application means controlling. So controlling, I was talking about that. Understood? Third one, you can say that traditionally the thing was that there was initially, this thing that universalization process was there, that we will develop a universal science of like physics and all, but there came emphasis over culture, social and culture. So sociocultural perspective is there, and it is not just in 21st century, it has been in 20th century also. So this thing, but now the same means collaborative efforts are there, that socio-cultural explanation are sought, means that whether there is some difference in the behavior because of the cultural factors and all, because multinational companies are there arises some differences among leaders. Zelensky is talking about something, Modi is talking about something. Can Modi make some reconciliation and all? See, this so many things are there. So at this level, socio-cultural explanation, some things we may judge in black and white and in absolute term, but when we try to see the reality from the native cultural perspective, then we come to know that what is the problem and how it could be sorted out. So while solving many of the problem of society and environments and many social problem, you can say the political problem, then this perspective is now more. So in psychology also there are growing researches on in that connection. You can say that one star I am putting here, that mental health studies, mental health has got tremendous focus on in 21st century. Mental health. Why? Because mental health is getting currency in modern time, because people talk about depressions. Celebrity come openly and they acknowledge that I have been depressed for long, and now so so it is known now, people are not very scared of mental health, so-called depression or mental disorders, and they are talking about that it is also a problem and that can be cured. So the taboo kind of things is now going, and it means its emphasis is less now. So because of education, because of awareness there, and then the people are seeking counseling, seeking treatment for that thing, and because for that specialized researches are going on. So there are so many reasons for overemphasis over mental health thing. Physical health is okay, but now focus is on mental health, means the very health of the health model. You will say at the primary health center, you go in village area, you will not find traditionally that there are mental health professionals. Now there in policy documents, be it India or from other part of the country, government is recognizing that we need to address health issue holistically, and we must have mental health professional also. Getting? So at the grassroots level also, we should have maybe community psychologists, in the form of community psychologists, we should have mental health professionals. So mental health is also getting recognitions. So I'm discussing a few things that are very trendy in 21st century, in modern time. Getting? I'm taking here fifth one. Fifth one is what? See, it is always advisable and has been concern for ethics, but people, American Psychological Association repeatedly, APA, repeatedly have emphasized the role of ethics while conducting studies or what practicing things. When you are developing, you should adopt ethical measures, because suppose you are conducting experiment on children, you are experiment on animal, whatever. So you should be very careful about the ethical thing, because in modern time communication is now global and very in a light and fast mode. So this thing, that the things goes to the eyes of the judiciaries and to the concerned bodies immediately. So there is growing consensus over this thing, that ethical guidelines should be followed. What happened in Kolkata case, see, the ethically wrong, and many doctors' practices are wrong. See, so in terms of theory developing and theory testing, or applications at every level, ethical guidelines, the importance of adopting ethical principles are very important. Getting? So this has been there. It is not just in that it is in 21st century, but in 21st century it is much more pronounced because of the growing awareness, and things are getting ugly also. So because of that thing, because see this thing that I have given this data, that there is a record that officially who can donate kidney and who can transplant kidney, only doctors. So officially, suppose in a given year 5,000 kidneys are donated by the risk, but real transplant takes place 15,000. I'm giving arbitrary data, but I'm telling that what is reported officially and what is done actually, there is a huge gap. So now question is that it means that kidney transplants are being done, but who are doing all this? Qualified professional doctors. So means they are indulged in unethical practices. So this kind of things data is there with agencies, and that is why they are emphasizing the role of ethical practices, ethical measures in theory developing also and practices also. Getting? So we are discussing that what are the trends, So here is what we see, and side by side I also focusing on this thing, that how these things should be done. So how we will emphasize here, but let me 5 things I have given you, but this is not to say that only these 5 trends are there. See, if you ask me that what other things, then one thing is called interdisciplinary approach. This is also a trend, but this will go in how? Getting? Interdisciplinary. This will go in how? So I should write here that interdisciplinary study. Why? Because now people collaborate with each other. Neuroscience is collaborating with computer science. AI is collaborating with other field. Getting? So interdisciplinary things are for what? To get the things holistically. Suppose I stick to only one approach and we do not consider the other things. So whatever efforts I make, that will definitely give some light to knowledge, but that will be fractured, one part. So in order to we get the holistic things, the how part is that this interdisciplinary is highly collaborative efforts. Collaborations. These things are very important. Getting? Now, one thing is more that is called qualitative method. Qualitative method. Use of qualitative methods. Why I am writing this thing, that initially this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3. I am writing so that you could understand the point. There was initially, there was emphasis over only quantitative science, that only method of observation, experimentation, but human existence is like that we have many explicit things, behavior, we have many things that are inside us. So we try to understand that from neural activity, for example, neuroscience. So neural correlates of our experience gives some idea, but it is not the holistic thing. So actually, suppose one person is having some sort of experience and take a example, you are talking about the Zionism, that when you are when you take religious things, adopt this thing, that what kind of feelings you have, what kind of positivity you feel, and how it is different from your normal feeling when you are not acknowledging all these things. Suppose I am interviewing a person, because आपने मोक्ष के जैसा सोचा कि जाएंगे, तो आपके बारे में कैसा चेंज आया अंदर में? Do we have at this level, do we have any instrument or in thermometer like this thing that will measure that thing, that this kind of changes was there? Even if you are using MRI, PET scan and many other radio techniques, but we are not able to discern that actual experience. So we must interview the person, we must give credit to that kind of thing. Subjectivity is not a bias. Subjectivity is a reality of human experience. Means many of the things are there that is common, and there is something that is very subjective to individuals. Two individuals have attempted suicide. Can you say that both of them have experienced the same thing? In psychiatric theory, you can say yes, low feeling, frustration, feeling that so-called I should wipe out my existence. All these things are very rational kind of things. But actually, what was the piece of experience that person was experiencing? Can you see? Only this method can tell you when you talk about with the person. So initially there was aversion for this kind of things, but in modern time it is given a space, it is given credit to that, and we are not very reluctant to reject such things just because they cannot be observed directly. You are getting? So when we, in cutting long story short, you can pinpoint several things, that what are the new focal points, and what changes has come in methodology, the material what we study and methods what changes are there. So just focus on the change, trends. So what change has come. So in the ultimate analysis, you should tell that here you should focus what, that change, this one, that what is the change. So while discussing all these things, you must tell that this is the change, because you will find this was present in 19th century also. This was present in some extent. Artificial intelligence, machine intelligence was present in the earlier time also, but now because of its development and evolution, it is very general problem solver. See, when it has been developed, computer can solve problem. That time algorithm has been developed, then computer was made to use heuristics also, and then see, it was present in 19th century also, late 19th century. But now in 21st century and in present day, you have chat GPT, you have other AI models, so they are doing the work, emulating the things. So change should be emphasized. I hope you have understood this. It comes in 10 marker, generally 10 marks question. So if say that what trends are developing, so if you put the things in this manner, I hope you will be. And then suppose I am discussing mental health, this thing, and you tell that mental health was issue in the earlier also, but the way we are treating mental health, the way we are conducting research in the mental health, you will emphasize the change. You will emphasize in every area. You will emphasize change. What change has come? Then your answer will be more precise. I hope I made this point clear. And if you want to, if you like subjects and you are planning to take psychology as optional, then you can look for a suitable coaching. If you want to join our live online class, then you can also join us. We are going to start a new batch. Let me tell you something that will definitely help you. I am going to wait. I am going to tell you briefly where is the just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Beautiful Mind. This is my website. Go on this one. See, this one is about my classes. If you go, these are the individual whom I mentored, and here is the detail of this thing, that who is taking. I am taking this class. So first feature is that one, and I have given this one, that this is a live and interactive class. So you will be able to ask questions during the class. This is the most important thing. And in big classes it is not possible. So this is the one of the important feature, or you can say I can tell you the most important feature, because this one live interactive class and one-to-one doubt clearing also. Then following the class, if you have any doubt, then you can ask on WhatsApp or directly on call. I will give you some premium number. And this is this thing, many things that you have learned. And okay, so what you have learned, what is the feedback? So one question will be given to write. So daily answer writing is the feature. If you write daily, it becomes habit also, and that practice takes you far away from other. So I have incorporated this thing also. Now, like offline classes, you will get printed study material delivered at home. So this is also a good value addition. And personal mentoring is the most important thing. You can say that you have, see what you find in all these individuals. What do you find? If you look at our website, so see this, so many photographs are there. What you find in common? Personally, for example, see this thing. She is giving this year also, means examinations. She got 160 and 295 marks in the class. So she is capable to ask the questions. She is clear doubts. So she has someone to clear doubt and guide further what to study, how to study, what is wrong, answer is correct or not. So if this kind of things are there, your preparation will be very good. Getting? So if you are interested, then I have given you idea. And see, this one is very important. Usually our fees, if you have if you ask another individuals, that fees is generally 60,000, but in live online I have given you 45. So this is also an opportunity that 15,000 fees is less. So this you can avail, and a very small group is there. So this kind of, I am promoting my own class. So give me 1 minute, because I have discussed for you some 21st century development. So this is the class feature, and if you want to know about the test series and all, then I think it is given here. See, in classes test series you can say, then you will find so many things here. Details are given here. The unit wise test series is there, that it will start from 14 October, it will go to January, and then break will be for prelims, and after prelims we will continue unit wise, chapter wise, in 1 week 1 chapter, and 1 test series already going on, and experiences are very good. You can check our credential on our website and Google review. So many things are there. If you are satisfied, then you can drop a message and all. Come back to the thing. So when you are talking, when I am talking about this thing, so-called answer. So first you be clear that what things come. Just it is not essential to memorize that few points are there. You will write all these things. Be mindful, and during answer writing, while you are writing the answer, you connect with the important dots, and connect all dots to come up with a holistic answer. I hope I made this point clear, and if you have any doubts and all these things, you can always contact me through WhatsApp and email. Thank you very much.